Hi, sir.
Hi, sir. What a
How are you?
pleasure. I'm good, sir. So it's really an honor to have you here, and such a pleasure to see you again. I mean, like every time I see you, by just seeing you, there's a lot of optimism that I can actually feel. So you bring a lot of positive vibe.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
so we have a very special session today because a lot of colleges, most of the colleges that we have today and universities, most of them are from India, but a lot of colleges and participants are coming from other countries as well. Like, we have participants from Singapore and Malaysia and other colleges also who are going to be part of this. The registrations have been phenomenal. A lot of people are really excited about this session. Students have shown a lot of interest that we really want to learn this. Academicians have shown a lot of interest that they want to know how do we actually, build an educational institution which can really create that impact. So we are almost on time, sir, and the session is going to be 90 minutes. We are going to begin officially at 7. So I think, and we can already see a lot of people pouring in. They'll continue to do so. So I will just make the initial introduction, sir, and explain everyone about the format of this masterclass. Essentially, it's going to be 60 minutes talk and then 30 minutes Q&A, and we'll try to wrap it up by 7:30 p.m. India time. So, please starting this. Let me see.
8:30.
Sorry, sir. Yes, 8:30. Correct.
And you are still you have not enabled. Okay, you have enabled the. Okay.
Yeah, I have enabled that. So you can
Yes.
share your screen. Do you have a presentation, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, hi everyone. Welcome to this special session of Edorer's Masterclass, and the series is Agricultural Entrepreneurship and Modern Agriculture. And this is a real special masterclass because we have none other than Dr. R.C. Agrawal with us, who is the Deputy Director General of Education, ICAR, and he is a known person. And not just a known person in the entire agricultural fraternity, he's a very loved person. I've spoken to so many VCs and professors and others, those who know him, they really respect him. And we are so honored to have him here in this masterclass. The topic of the session is bridging the divide between agricultural education and how it can impact the farmers. So I'll quickly introduce officially Dr. R.C. Agrawal. Let me share the screen. So this is Dr. R.C. Agrawal for us. He's currently the Deputy Director General for Agriculture Education and National Director for National Agricultural Higher Education Project at the prestigious Indian Council of Agriculture Research, ICAR, India. He was born in Mathura, Uttar Pradesh, and on 1st June 1963, educated at a government school, went to Agra University for his bachelor's, then master's at IARI, and then went on to do his PhD with Indian Law Institute. His research areas primarily have been biodiversity informatics, information management, IP rights, farmers' rights, agriculture education. He is truly a passionate educator because whenever I've spent time with him, I'm like, there's so much to learn. I'm sure today everybody is going to feel the same way. And he is a man of so many awards and honors. I mean, like, literally is a big list, but I'll just try to read a few. He has received Dr. B.R. Barwale Award 2017, Lifetime Achievement Award by the Society for Community Mobilization for Sustainable Development, a Certificate for Excellence for Outstanding Contributions in Agriculture Higher Education. He has also received Sir Syed Ahmad Khan Lifetime Achievement Award by Aligarh Muslim University. He has been the Vice President for Indian Society of Plant Genetic Resources. He has been the core team member of the first Indian Agro-Biodiversity Congress. He has been the chairman of the technical committee, 9th governing body, ITP-GRFA, and in fact, a lot of positions he still holds. He is the president of Indian Society of Genetics, Biotechnology Research and Development, national convener, and very instrumental in building and implementation of national education policy for education universities. And this is typically going to be so important because what are the NEP guidelines? And what otherwise, not just the NEP guidelines, what in general are education institutions needed to really create the real impact. We have research and then we have action research. And in agriculture, if we have action research, that's the best kind of research or education that can be accrued. So guys, as you all know, the format of the session is that we are going to have a 60-minute session by Dr. Agrawal. He will have a presentation. After that, we'll have a Q&A. How do you participate in the Q&A? You can raise your hands and we'll be happy to put you in the spotlight. You can ask a question in person. You can also enable your video if you want. Otherwise, you can also start putting questions on chat, or you can ask questions in Q&A. I can already see a lot of enthusiasm here. So the floor is all yours, sir. And we invite you officially, and we are really honored to have you, sir. All yours.
Thank you, Saurabh, very much. And first of all, I am really sorry for rescheduling this because of some unavoidable reasons in my office. So this is really this is really a great opportunity, and I would like to know more from the question answers that what more we can do for this. And I hope my slides are visible to you.
Yes, sir, we can see it.
So, friends, I'm going to talk in this 60 minutes about this bridging the gap between agriculture education and the farmers. Now, why this topic is important to all of you is that you must have heard many types of education, but agriculture education is especially important because it is very close to the community mobilization. It is very close to the farmers. It is very close for the food which we eat today. Now, if you really see the of contents that what I'm going to talk about in this 60 minutes, then I will touch upon the Indian agriculture and what are the challenges, what is the format of the agriculture education in India, how we are making efforts to transform the agriculture higher educational system in India, what are the research impacts, how we are giving more emphasis for this entrepreneurship, and how we are really going emphasis for this innovations in the use. So I'm going to cover my lecture. Now, if you just see the challenges in the agriculture first, then we can just find out that major challenge is that with the growing population, not only in India, across the world, we have to really see that 050, we have to increase the overall food demand by 50%. And out of this, animal-based food by 70%. This is according to a World Resource report. And this, when I say agriculture, that doesn't mean that we are only talking for the crops. We are also talking for this fisheries. We are also talking for the forestry. We are also talking for the animal-based dairying. It connects the community science. It connects the environmental science and many more. I'm going to provide a flavor to you. Now, to achieve this food security, so first we are trying to understand why this agriculture education is so important for the country as a whole and for this world also. Now, to achieve this world food security or the food security by 2050, it is only possible if we have to work holistically, coherently, and with a sense of urgency. But if you just do the business as usual, because you know every resource is shrinking, except the population, which is increasing at a phenomenal rate. If you see the land for the cultivation is decreasing, if you just see the water is polluting, if you see there are a lot of climate change stresses, soil is not that fertile now. So under these all stresses, under all these challenges, really we have to change the business as usual. We cannot achieve all this if you do the business as usual. So we have to have more and more agriculture graduates. We have to have more and more technological support, innovations, entrepreneurship, which I am going to talk upon. Now, seeing all these factors, this higher education has been transformed from being considered as a social expenditure. Earlier, we used to consider this as a social expenditure, but now we also consider this as an essential component of the productive economy. So investment in education or in the higher education, I can say, and specifically in this agriculture education, is not and is no more a social expenditure, but it is a essential component for meeting all the challenges. Now, if I just give some example, if you see in the United States, the productivity growth has been generated largely by the technology and by the innovations. And if you see this famous man, Cognitive, he was a great management teacher. And his theory was very famous that after every 50 years, there is going to be a recession. But this theory got failed in the United States. And when it was analyzed that why there was no recession during 1974 to 84, they could understand by the analysis that yes, this was because of the reason that the US took a lot of support of this technology and innovations. So that's what we are now focusing more for this new knowledge, which is the source for this primary education. Now, if you see the Indian agriculture, and if you see certain facts, why it is so important for not only for this food security, but also for this economic security, because it employs more than 50%, 52% of the workforce. 66% of the population in rural areas is depending upon the agriculture for this food and the livelihood security. It contributes substantially for this agriculture GDP, for the GDP, about 18%. And if you further see, the agriculture consumes around 46% of the land and 80% of the fresh water. So how we have to minimize all this, how we have to use less and less fresh water. Again, it's a question of research, a question of the involvement of these agri graduates. And again, you see how the average household is spending more than 45% of the expenditure on the food. So again, we have to just see that what kind of quality food we have to require, we have to provide to the citizens. And the biggest challenge, one of the biggest challenge in India is that we have to focus more and more our research, our all efforts to the small and marginal farmers, because 82% of the farmers are small and marginal farmers. And when I say small and marginal farmers, so that means somewhere the land holdings are 1 to 2 hectare only with them. But if I see, we should be all proud of our achievements, that how with the concentrated effort of our farmers, our scientists, our policies, our policymakers, we have really achieved a lot. If you see, just see from this, from the time of independence, that how we have become the largest producer of the pulses, milk, jute, rice. We are the second largest producer. Similarly, you see fruits and vegetables, wheat, second largest producer, and we are food sufficient now. Rather, we are surplus. We can feed many more countries, like we have seen during this COVID period also, how we fed to the world. So that is possible. That was possible just because we had a lot of support of this technology, a lot of support of our all these innovative methods, new varieties, and many more climate resilient approaches which we really had. Now, there is another thinking, and that is that why only higher education? Why we cannot have this agriculture at the primary level also? Why we cannot have at secondary level, higher secondary level? that doesn't mean that we have to have everybody as an agriculture scientist or agriculture practitioner. No, that is just to understand the importance of the food, just to understand that we should not waste the food. Around 30%, rather some figures even say 40% of the food of the agriculture produce is wasted. Not only the food, but from production till it reaches to the market, and that is more in the horticulture crops. So to understand that we should not waste even a single grain, because it requires a lot of efforts, it requires a lot of money. It is really very important to understand. So through that education, that from where the milk comes, from where the grain comes, from where the horticulture fruit comes, vegetables comes, we have to have at least some basic knowledge at different levels. We should interact with the farmers, we should go to different institutions, universities, and just see that what are those different processes which are involved in this. And for that, we have made efforts with the support of NCERT, that some basic level courses should go at this primary, secondary, and higher secondary level also, so that we can have short-term vocational skill-based study courses. And we should have in this STEM A to be added, and that A means the agriculture. So from STEM to STEAM, we have to really make. Now, let me also share with you that why this agriculture is not very popular. Why people are always practicing or always preparing only for the medical or for the engineering side. This is because of the lack of awareness among the youngsters. And for that, I'll just talk in my slides that what efforts we are really making to do all these things. So agriculture, generally people feel that if I opt agriculture, that means now my whole life is going to be spent in the field. I have to just cultivate, I have to have some tractor or something, and harvest and then process and do every kind of those things. My friends, that is only one part of the agriculture. I can say only 1% of agriculture, which is the general perception among the youngsters about this agriculture. When I say agriculture, you can see it includes the sericulture, it includes the veterinary science, fisheries, horticulture, agriculture science, food, nutrition, the dietetics, community science, biotechnology, and many more. The list is endless. We have more than 80 subjects in which we provide the PhD, close to 90 subjects in which we provide the PG programs, and about 13 subjects in which we provide the UG programs. So a lot of subjects, diversification, and a lot of opportunities are there, not only for your career advancement, also to serve the community as a whole to this. So if I just see the agriculture education system in India, what is the structure? So under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, we have a department called Department of Agriculture Research and Education, which is the parent body for this Indian Council of Agriculture Research. This Indian Council of Agriculture Research is the apex body to coordinate for this quality education, quality agriculture education, to guide and manage the research and education in this agriculture, including the horticulture, fisheries, animal science in the entire country. So keeping that thing in view, the main mandate of ICAR, I think we know that the one of the key aspects is also the education with this ICAR, and the education division of Indian Council of Agriculture Research, which presently I am heading, is responsible to provide all these points, whether it's a quality education, whether it's a standard setting, whether it's centralized admissions for the ICAR quota, or any kind of thing, accreditation. So that is all lying with the education division of ICAR. Now, this complete domain, as I was saying, that we have more than 80 doctoral programs, we have more than 95 PG level programs, 12 UG programs, excluding the veterinary science. So, including the veterinary science, 13 UG programs are there. So, this all is possible with the support of 76 government-funded agriculture universities, out of which there are, as you know, this agriculture education is a state subject in India. So we have around 65 state agriculture universities. We have ICAR owned deemed universities, which are 4. We have again the Department of Agriculture Research and Education owned 3 central agriculture universities. And we have also the central universities like Banaras University, Aligarh Muslim University, Nagaland University. We have around 4 central universities with the agriculture faculties. And if you just see the breakup of this state agriculture universities, I think we have even the specialized universities for veterinary sciences, 15, horticultural sciences, 6, fisheries sciences, 3, and organic and natural farming also, we have opened 1 university. Now, if you just see the importance of this agriculture education, we conducted a survey and we could find that the graduate income index, which was based on 3 main criteria on general and perceptual benefits, remuneration benefits, aspirational benefits, with the support of UGC, we conducted this survey between the agriculture universities and the traditional universities. And we could find that out of a scale of 10, the graduation income index was 6.9 in the agriculture universities, whereas in the traditional universities, this was just 5.8. So there's more satisfaction, more job satisfaction, career satisfaction in the agriculture sector. These were the main key factors on which we surveyed this from different universities. So you can just see these different parameters on general and perceptual benefits, on remuneration benefits, and aspirational benefits. And there is a lot of transition of agriculture landscape now in our universities because more and more emphasis is being given for this emergence of agricultural startups. And you can just see that how we are producing, how we are moving from productivity-driven focus to the market-driven linkages, contract farming, e-platforms, FPOs, because a lot of support is being given by the government. And our students are really getting involved in all these new initiatives of the government. Not only this, through our agriculture universities, we are also operating a lot of vocational courses, specifically in the last few years. If I just see, like we were operating a project called National Agriculture Higher Education Project. Under that project, we started a lot of these vocational courses, specifically also to just give more emphasis on the communication skills, also to give more emphasis on the industry-oriented courses, entrepreneurial skills, soft skills, language, and many more things, so that the students can really have the overall personality develop, and they can know what are the challenges for the society, what are the challenges at the national level, international level, so that we can talk for this globalization. We can really talk for this international issues. And we are also giving a lot of emphasis for this industry-oriented courses. And all these courses a student can do in addition to his regular studies during the course of degree program, and so that they become more entrepreneur. They move more for the entrepreneurship. Now, if you see the current situation of our undergraduate programs, we give more emphasis for this practical experience. For 1 year, we provide a lot of support to the students, which constitute the RABE program, which is Rural Awareness Work Experience, 80% of the time. The Experience Learning Unit, We provide also the opportunities for the in-plant training, the student projects, and many more things. And now we are going to even revise under this new national education policy, that how we can have this multiple exit, multiple entry, how we can have 1-year certificate, 2-year diploma, and other kind of things. But we are not compromising again with the practical experience. So those intensive, those attachments with the farmers, with the industry, with the research will be there in this revised format also. We have started many new courses, and we are again giving a lot of emphasis for this latest technologies like artificial intelligence, like genomics, market intelligence, and many more. And in the latest National Agriculture Higher Education Project, NEHEP, we also created around 16 centers of excellence, which provides really state-of-the-art technologies to the students, the centralized laboratories, many more things. I'll just talk in my slides. So this RABE program, which I just talked in the previous slide, now we are going to launch a app also, so that once a student is interacting with the farmers, they can explain to them about the government policies. They can know the farmers' issues. They will be all compiled at one central place, and then the appropriate corrections can be taken, so that the involvement of the students at the grassroots level is there. They can really know that what are the challenges with the farmers, so that they can include those things in their studies also, in their research programs also, or in their future entrepreneurship also, that what are the challenges at the grassroots level by the farmers, and that this particular app very soon we are going to release. My friends, let me also just tell you the good development is that the girls are getting more interested now in this higher agriculture education. Presently, the ratio is around 49.3. So you can say roughly 50% are the girls and 50% are the boys. Still, there are certain states which have 74% girls, which have even more than 70%. There are around 10 states which have more than 50% girls also. And if you see, the competitions also are more for the girls. Like in the undergraduate programs, this is last year data. Out of 31 girls, only one girl got selected, whereas for the boys, out of 19, one. So there's more competition among the girls. Girls are applying more for this. You can see even at the PG level, even at the PhD level. We are creating a good human resource, a human resource which really knows the global issues, which knows what are the different technologies being adopted at different universities across the world. And for that, we made a move in the last 3-4 years under this World Bank project to send our students abroad. Around 2,700 students we could send to more than 37 countries. And we had covered through these training programs around 831 subject areas, all state-of-the-art subject areas. We had about 179, close to 180 institutes which hosted these students, which hosted around 1,100 our faculties. And those faculties, after coming back, they have really changed the way of their teaching. They have submitted a lot of new projects. They have included many new topics for the research areas, for the PhD topics, and many more things. So this is really very encouraging and very satisfying. We have moved our all universities for this complete digitalization. And if you see our all thesis, they are at one single place. There's a very huge repository which has around 1.8 lakh thesis, which has technical bulletins, which has many project reports and institutional publications, so that the students can get all these things at a single click for their use using this. And if you analyze this thesis data, you can just find that we are touching upon all these topics connected with the sustainable development goals. For the hunger, for the poverty reduction, for the environment, for all those things. If you analyze, I think connected with every sustainable development goal, we have the research topics in our thing. If we just analyze that how many theses have been covered or have been undertaken by the students connected with this animal science. So we could find around 2,500. With this dairying, 260, having different topics. You can see if you just find out the different topics, keywords, crossbred, cattle products, you will find a lot of those keywords have been used in those thesis programs. And similarly, in the food science and technology, around 1,600 theses, and you can just find all the important topics, keywords in the abstracts, in the topics they have been used in this. So what I'm trying to say is that in these theses, in these research areas, we are covering all the state of art topics, all the latest topics, the national global issues, and our students are really with these one of the best faculties which are mentoring them. Out of one of the important factor which we have got is the consortium of e-resources in agriculture. And we have a centralized portal for making all the journals of importance to the students on 24/7 basis in their respective libraries. And that has really helped the collaborations, the collaborations at many levels, the best research papers, which you can see from this slide. We analyzed the data from 2019 to 2023, and we could just find that the international collaborations is there for 20%. So those papers are in the collaborative mode. Only single collaborations, only 50%. The institutional collaborations, 30%. And single authorship, only 2%. So this is really helping, and this is also supporting this inter-institutional collaborations, not only within India, outside India also, that is there. Under this consortium, e-resources in agriculture, SARA consortium, again, we just could see the research performance of the top 5 institutes, and we could just find out that you can just see that what is the scholarly output, what are those FWCI, the citations, and you can just see the citations per publication. So there is a tremendous increase in this research performance, in this collaboration status, with the support of this SARA, which is available to our students. Again, if you see the under this Scopus Index journals, the impact of this SARA, so you can just see this SARA member research outlook, and year-wise from 2019 to 2023, you can just see that how their research outlook has really significantly increased. And the important thing to note here is that, you know, there are 4 categories of the journals: Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. So in 56% of the publications, they are in Q1 to Q2, with the top 50%. And Q1 to Q3, it is just 74%. So we can just see that our quality of the research is also really increasing, and that is really very important. So if you just deep dive into this quality of the publications, we can just find out that about 9,386 documents published in Q1 journals, and they are followed by around 7,104 documents published in the Q2 journals. So Q1 journals are more than the Q2 journals. And again, you can just find 56% of the publications, they come from the Q1 and Q2 journals, which clearly shows that the reading quality through our setup platform, through our libraries, has really led to the quality publications. And that is really, we can be proud of our agricultural universities. To support the students, we have a lot of scholarships which we provide to the students. There are national talent scholarships, metric scholarships, the metric means scholarships, JRF, SRF, and many more. And international fellowships also we have got. The Netaji Subhas International Fellowship, which are 40 in number. So we provide to both ways. So if the Indian students, they want to study abroad, so we provide this Netaji Subhas Fellowship. And if the students studying outside, they want to study in India, so for the foreigners, for them also we have got this. Recently, we have started this BIMSTEC for the BIMSTEC member countries. And this year, we are also going to launch in the month of July itself. Already we got the approval, the ASEAN Fellowship for all those students who belong to member countries of this ASEAN group. And that's again a very attractive scholarships. Around 50 scholarships for a period of 5 years have been assigned for this MSc and PhD programs. If you just see the complete landscape of this experiential learning, that how our universities, they are really equipped with all the latest technologies, how they are really involved in all these entrepreneurial skills, experiential learning units. You can just find we have more than 850 experiential learning units in our educational system, which provides really all kind of practical exposure to the students. And similarly, there's a lot of digital transformation in our universities. And you can just find the latest infrastructure, like in the animal science, we have the digital dissection of the animals. So instead of having the live animal for the practicing, they can have this digital dissection. They can have a lot of other things which are like you can see in this picture, the milk processing plant, state-of-the-art technology, that all we provide to the students. And similarly, to connect our students to anybody, anywhere. So at in a single class, we can address all the universities at the same time. They are all connected through these smart classrooms. They are all connected with the virtual classrooms. And we have provided all these latest equipments for these smart classrooms to all the universities. That's really, the students are working very hard by using these all latest technologies, and they can study at any time. The teacher can take the classes anytime using these technologies in the smart classrooms and virtual classrooms. The result of this is that a lot of startups are now coming. If you just see that the range, you can just find that maximum startup, they are from 1 lakh to 10 lakh startup, the turnover range. And we can just find the other ranges also. You can just see the discipline-wise employment generated in maximum is in the agriculture, followed by the horticulture, dairy science, veterinary science, food science, fisheries, and so on and so forth. The emerging area now is the agribusiness, which is really important. And in the agribusiness, also there is a very good progress where students are preferring for this agribusiness management. And if you just see the discipline-wise enterprise which have been started and cumulative turnover, in the bottom you can just find out that in agriculture, what is the annual turnover in lakhs, and then this line just shows that how many enterprises are there in that. So in agriculture, we have around, this is the data of last 7 years. 69 entrepreneurs we have developed, 10 under this others category, horticulture 37, and you can just find out what is the in rupees lakhs, the annual turnover. So that's really very satisfying. To make our universities globally competitive, and I'm happy to share with all of you that three of our universities, they are all already in the world rankings. The Panchnagar University, the Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, the Banaras Hindu University, they are already there. And very soon, more and more universities are going to come under this world rankings, for which we have analyzed the gaps, and we are trying to fill all those gaps. Like, we are now putting more emphasis for the impact of the research, for the internationalization, for the industry academia linkages. A lot of support is being given, the improved research outputs, and the market and the communication, so that we can really provide the robust measures, parameters for branding among our students, uh, among our academics and the employers. We are also working for bringing our universities very close to the global map, to the better brand recognition, and we are also ensuring the improved industry partnerships and employer relationships. Many such analysis we have done, and we are really we are really progressing in that direction, so that our universities, they get internationally recognized and they become really globally competitive, that we can get students across the world. We are really thankful to our Indian government that they came out with this national education policy in 2020, which has really provided a very good platform and reorientation of our agricultural education system for giving more emphasis for this entrepreneurship, for this innovativeness, for this skill-based education, and this equitable and vibrant knowledge society. So the ultimate aim of this national education policy is to provide the skill-based education, value-based education, which can support the responsible commitments for these human rights, sustainable development goals, and living and global well-being, thereby reflecting a truly global citizenship. So that's really is providing a very good platform for transforming our education system, which we hope that by 2030 we achieve all these points. Friends, again I say that the new system which we are going to have for the UG programs is going to have multiple entry, multiple exit system. You can see in the left how we are going to have 1 year exit system, 2 year exit system, and then we are going to have the other kind of systems. And we are giving a lot of emphasis for this, improving the gross enrollment ratio, converting our deemed universities into MERU, the multidisciplinary education and research universities, the globalization, the multidisciplinary agriculture universities are really required to have the close collaborations with the traditional universities, and many more things, so that we can really go ahead with really a system which can provide the holistic education or holistic development of a student by looking at the needs of the society, looking at the needs of the future, whatever they can perceive. For this school education, again, we are putting a lot of efforts, and we really wanted to assess that what are the reasons why the students are not coming forward for opting this agriculture education. And we had one full day meeting with the 250 principals, where we just synthesized the information, and we could know that it is because of the lack of awareness that why these students are not really coming forward to opt for this agriculture education. And now we have really come out with a lot of such solutions that how we can go for this school education. We are not compromising with the quality, that by increasing the number of seats, we compromise with the quality. We are providing a very solid platform for this accreditation process of our agricultural universities. We have provided a model act with all these processes, new processes which are required as per the NEP, which are required for this holistic development of the students. We have opted for this national institutional ranking framework. All our universities, they are participating under this NIRF and trying to get better and better rankings under this. And we are also providing the parameters and methodology for ranking institutions under this separate category we have created, agriculture and allied sectors, which has been now adopted by the NIRF, so that more and more of our universities, they really go for this. Another good initiative which we have taken during the last 2 years is the blended learning platform, which we have created in all the universities. We have provided training to our all teachers, and they have adopted from this academic year. And under this blended learning platform, we blend the classroom learning and the online learning. And that blend really provides a very good platform to the students to know more and which they can retain more in their minds. So this blended learning integrates the computer-assisted online activities with the traditional face-to-face teaching. So that means we can say chalk and talk. And this blended learning platform is based on these latest technologies which are being adopted across the world. A lot of IT platforms we have in our universities now. We have the accreditation portal, academic management system, which is end-to-end solution for any student. We have the hackathon platforms. We have the e-learning portals. More than 250 courses we have in the digital format, which we have made available for the students. We have the Agri Diksha portal, where more than 4,000 lectures of the best teachers, they are available for downloads by the teachers, by the students. And they can really take advantage of the best platform which is there. And many more things we have started in the last years. If you see the digital platform and digital revolution, I can say, in our education system, you can just find a lot of such initiatives we have taken in our universities. There are some glimpses which you can see from here. The AI-based solutions, many IoT-based solutions have been developed by our students. We have the robotic learning stations in our universities. We have many digital farming systems, solutions adopted by our students. And now we are giving a lot of emphasis for the forthcoming technologies, which are going to dominate, like the artificial intelligence, the IoT-based. Again, we are changing our syllabus also to incorporate all these points. Friends, if you just see the impact of this virtual reality and augmented reality, I think for that also we have trained our all teachers, and the students are taking a lot of advantage out of this virtual reality and augmented reality in their universities. Those equipments are available in all these universities, so that they can really take advantage, full advantage of all these things. A lot of emphasis is being given for this innovations. As I told in the beginning also, the innovation and entrepreneurship are really very important. As all we know that necessity is the mother of invention. In the same way, we can say that opportunity is also the mother of innovation. We have a lot of opportunities in our universities. We have to convert this into the innovation. We all know what is innovation. So putting some of your ideas in the value, so that they can be used as the entrepreneurship, they can be used for the for development of any entrepreneurship. So I think for that you have to have some constructive ideas, innovative ideas, innovations, so that we can really come out with more and more entrepreneurs. As we know, entrepreneurship is nothing but it is a behavior and not a personality trait. So that behavior we have to inculcate in our agriculture university system, and that can really help our students to imbibe all those traits and really become more entrepreneurial. The foundation of the entrepreneurship, it lies in the concept and theory and not in the intuition. Again, we should remember this point. And this is neither a science nor an art. You cannot teach the entrepreneurship. It is a practice. You have to do practice, practice, practice. And that's why we are giving sufficient time to our students to understand more and more about this entrepreneurship, more and more about what are those skills, so that they can become really the job providers and not the job seekers. That is the motto of our agriculture education system, so that really we can come out with this. And for that, we are providing a lot of support. Our universities, almost half of the universities, they have very good facilities for these incubation centers. They are providing all kind of support from harvest or from sowing the seed till the marketing. Everything the students know through their practice. They know by doing by themselves. And we have also a motto, earn while learn. So whenever they learn by doing all these things on their own, they also earn whatever they sell in whatever produce they sell in the market with the proper branding. So they share a particular profit, which works as a pocket money to the students, and they get more confidence. You can see in the pictures that how they are weighing, how they are going to the market, how they are really connecting with the general public. In the top left, you can see the students working in the tea garden. And I could see when I went personally that those students, they were beautifully packing, processing. They were sitting in the market, selling all those things and getting a lot of confidence by doing all those things. Our system has really produced a lot of world food laureates. World food laureates, is a top prize in the world. And they have been, like you can know, the Bharat Ratna, late Professor Swaminathan. In the milk revolution, you can see the Curian, Dr. Gurdev Ghosh, late Dr. B.R. Barwale. You can just see for this year, Dr. Ratan Lal, who got the World Food Prize, and many more. We want to create more and more such kind of food laureates through our agriculture education system, who can understand not only the food demands in the country, the nutritional demand in the country, the total economic security of our fellow citizens, but also at the global level, they can know what are those challenges they can meet through this agriculture education system. To further take all these things for the students, we have taken this agriculture education digest, which now we are publishing regularly, so that the students can know more and more about what are those different opportunities, different things which are happening in our agricultural universities. So that magazine is Agri-Rise magazine. And through this magazine, we are providing all kind of articles to the students, so that they can further know from each other. And we are also trying to connect the different universities with the traditional universities, with the global universities. We are providing the dual degrees now with the support of many global universities. We are going for this international internship. We are also having the sandwich programs. We are also having the inter-institutional collaborations now with the traditional universities. And for that, Delhi University, the IITs, they are coming forward to interact with our students, to allow our students to go to their universities, and those kind of collaborations are really coming forward. You can visit our portal, education.icr.gov.in, which provides the complete details about agricultural education, different universities, their websites, admission process, and other things. And let me also just share with you that through this system, we are we are having a centralized exams for the central quota, and that exam for undergraduate programs we have joined with CUET, which is conducted by National Testing Agency. And for PG and PhD, we have a separate exam. Again, this is conducted by National Testing Agency. And we do the counseling through this through Agriculture Education Division, and we provide education in our universities. We are providing this central quota so that we stop the inbreeding. We provide the students the opportunity to get admission anywhere in the country. We have a lot of collaborations with the other countries, and if I remember correctly, I think around 500 students in our universities are from more than 30 countries, which are studying in different universities. So that also now we are going to increase. We want to have more and more international students in our universities, and we are providing our students also the opportunities to go to other countries. And for that, we have, I think, more than 50 collaborations with different international universities. And many of our agricultural universities, they also have the collaborations individually with these global universities for this dual degree, for joint programs, for having the adjunct faculty, and many more things. So overall, we can say that we have really a very good system. And I request all the audience to popularize this agriculture education among the students, to inform them what are the career opportunities, to inform them the different avenues, entrepreneurship, startups, which can really come through this agriculture education. And they should really become responsible citizens. We have to really take care through this agriculture education for our environment, for our animals, for wildlife, for everything which otherwise is neglected. But you get a sense of responsibility if you are really having the basics of this environment, climate change, agriculture, animal science, wildlife, forestry, horticulture science. Then I think we can really know the importance of each and every produce, and we can really know how to respect the farmers. Thank you very much for your kind patience and for listening to this lecture on this agriculture education. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was seriously such an eye-opening session, and I'm sure everybody would believe that. And you can see the comments, how everybody is so excited. There are so many teachers. In fact, there's some faculty members from our partner universities in Philippines as well who have participated. A lot of people have asked questions in Q&A. So guys, now we'll be opening up the Q&A session. So if you want, you can unshare. Yes, that would be great. So first of all, thank you so much for this session. A lot of takeaways for everybody. I'm like, a couple of things were so eye-opening for me. For instance, so many girls are showing interest in agriculture education compared to boys, which is a great thing to happen. A lot of initiatives by ICAR, they are so commendable. And I'm sure a lot of people are really excited to ask a few questions about them as well. So you can post your questions, everybody. You can post your questions on the Q&A. I can see some of the hands. So all those who are raising their hands, I'm allowing them to talk first. And meanwhile, you can post your questions. So I'm taking up Dr. Ajay Gurjar first.
गुड इवनिंग सर, सेशन बहुत ही शानदार रहा है। मेरा एक सवाल था सर आपसे, NEP 2020 का आपने बहुत बार जिक्र किया है, सो आई वुड लाइक टू नो व्हेन इट विल बी इम्प्लीमेंटेड इन द एजुकेशन सिस्टम, बिकॉज करंटली the students are getting confused little bit about it. So please throw some light on it.
Thank you very much for this important question. NEP is not a single bundle that you can implement overnight. Government also has given time up to 2035. So it will be implemented in the phases. Like the ABC, the Academic Bank of Credit, they implemented last year. They implemented the DigiLocker also about 2 years back. They are implementing the new course curriculum slowly. This internationalization, these different labels. You must have seen the different framework also are evolving and being discussed. They will have this HACI, the Higher Education Commission of India, which again is under discussion. So it's a slow process, but I can just see that by 20, mainly in the next 1 or 2 years, you will see majority part of it is implemented, and we can really see that how all these provisions of the NEP are getting included in this agriculture education also. We have come out with the new UG syllabus. From the next academic year, we are going to implement this. And many new topics you will just find out, new provisions you will just find out in this UG programs. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. In addition to this, because the 6th DN committee of the ICAR have already formulated the course content or the curriculum for our degree program. So, sir, the students who have completed their degree program before NEP 2020 and students who will be joining after NEP 2020 implementation. So, what will be the difference in the job taking and the process in their placements? So, please focus on that also.
No, there will not be any difference. But even if you have completed earlier, your degree is different. But if you just do after this new course program is developed, so the only provisions will be this multiple entry, multiple exit, and some of the internship which we are providing after 1 year also, 2 year also, if you want to quit. Otherwise, the changes are that multiple new courses have been there, are there. We are providing a lot of opportunities for this online courses also. So you can opt, you can design your own degree. You can really know many things by collaborating with other universities. Like you want to have something in the area of your interest, which is not in the regular courses. You can opt through these online courses and can get really benefit through this ABC, Academic Bank of Credit.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering my question. If you allow me, I would like to ask one more question.
Dr.
Please,
Gurjar, we have so many other people. We have limited time. Really appreciate your question.
One last question related to online courses, sir. Have just discussed about it, please. Okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, as you have discussed about the online courses, and that is a major part in our NEP 2020 also, that is having 10 credit hours. Okay. But when a student goes in market and he or she is having a lot of options, because there are a lot of societies registered and they are claiming that they are ICAR sponsored, ICAR registered, and student is a little bit confused. So where they should do the trainings, online trainings, and the conferences trainings. I think you got my point. So
I
how
get
they
your
can
point.
decide?
If there is something sponsored by ICAR, okay, then we issue through the vice chancellors. But if anybody is just claiming they are ICAR approved, I think that is not correct. Till date, we have not sponsored any course for anybody. They are all only on the ICAR website only, available, whatever is there. We are in the process of releasing the courses. So that is my response for this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Dr. Gurjar. Shrikant Malgi, you can ask your question.
Just right back to his mark.
Krupa Bharadwaj, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Hello, sir. I'm Krupa Bharadwaj, final year BSc Agriculture student from Shimoga, Karnataka. So my question is that though there is so much advancement in our degree, the education system and all, still there are no much changes being seen on the farmers' field, sir. So is there any way for increasing the term of exposure between the students and the farmers, sir? like increasing the term of RAVE or allowing the students to interact with farmers from their first year itself. So can these things be done, sir?
It's a very interesting question, and thank you very much for your kind interest in the cause of the farmers. We are equally concerned, and I think that is the reason why this new app we are just developing, so that the students know more about the farmers and they can educate the farmers. But before educating, they also have to read all those things. But the basic question, my dear student, is that like we are being asked by the government also, that can you give us the data that how many students really after completing their degrees they are going to the farm and adopting the farming, but that data is very less. So no student, even if they have the rural background, after doing the graduation, they want the jobs only. Though they may have 100 acres or 150 acres of the land, but they will never do the practice, or they will never adopt those technologies in their farm. So that mindset change really we have to adopt. And I think the RAVE program is very important. And for multiple entry and multiple exit system, we will orient this system for the first year also, second year also. And that flexibility we are providing. And we will also just see that how best we can make this program more effective. And for that also, we are coming out with a lot of new changes in this. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, sir, for providing me an opportunity to speak with Dr. Agrawal, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
That's what this platform is for. Honey, if you can ask a question. Dr. Praveen. Go ahead. Dr. Praveen.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
It was nice session, sir. I'm really appreciating. I'm working as a Dean Agriculture, sir, in Tirthankar Mahavir University. We are already ICAR accredited and in agriculture since 2014, sir. I'm little interested to know, sir, about the new accreditation process, like what will be the minimum requirements as per the Model Act 23, which will be coming up, like we have already minimum requirements for.
I got your point. You can see in the Model Act 2023, already we have relaxed a lot of requirements. The land requirement has been done half. The faculty requirement also is now drastically reduced. And but if you see the motto of this national education policy, the light but tight. So we are effectively implementing whatever relaxation we have given, but we are not compromising again with the quality. We want to see that the proper teachers are there. They have the proper knowledge. They have the PhD degree. A lot of things are there, which strictly we are monitoring even after this relaxation. And this relaxation has been given not at the cost of this quality, but again, just keeping in view that we have to increase this gross enrollment ratio because there is a lot of demand for this agriculture education system. And I think Tirthankar, I have been personally, I personally went there, and
Yes,
we had a lot of good facilities which we could see there. So
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's it. And one more thing, sir. When 16 committee will be released, like finally?
We have already submitted the report.
Yes, sir.
So as soon as it is approved, but this is for sure that from next academic session. So that means the session coming in the month of August, September, this will be implemented.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Jain. Dr. Balakrishna, please go ahead. We will take up the questions on the Q&A also after this. So I'm just taking up the people who are raising their hands, and then quickly we'll move to the Q&A questions. Dr. Balakrishna.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for giving me opportunity to interact with the Honorable R.C. Agrawal, sir, DDG Education ICAR. Sir, my doubts already cleared by previous members, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir. Thanks for participating. Misbah Hassan, go ahead, and Vishal Yadav. Misbah, go ahead first.
First of all, good evening to both of you. So,
Good evening.
yes, sir, I'm basically the student from Kashmir's cost. I'm currently in second semester of my UG. I'm doing the BSc Horticulture. So my question to you is, sir, as I'm in second year and it's my fourth semester, and we have completed 3 semesters till now, and there are a lot of theories. Like we have 10 or 12 theory courses in a semester, sir, and due to due to heavy workload of theory courses, that we get least time for the practical knowledge or to conduct the practicals. So because as we are dealing with agriculture, it's very necessary to have practical knowledge, so that practical knowledge, once we will get hand on practical knowledge in our universities or wherever we are doing our UG courses, so then only we will be able to uh, forward the information or knowledge to our farmers, and that will be the best way to train our farmers to tell them what to do and or what techniques to bring to their farmers. So
Thank you, Misbah. I think whatever courses you adopt, it has say 2+1. So practical part is there in all the purely theory. I don't think any course is they are purely theoretical. There are some practical aspects also for that. And for having the complete practical exposure to the farmers, we have this Zabe program. We have, experiential learning program. We have the industry linkages, whatever they want to do, that you can devote for 1 year. All those things we have under this. But right from beginning, as you say, you don't have any practical exposure. I think we need to check the Quest Kashmir schedule. And but if you see these guidelines which we have issued, they all have the full flexibility to have these practical exposures right from the beginning in all the courses, whatever is there.
I don't mean that practical knowledge are being given here, Alhamdulillah, in cost. It's being conducted very well. But my question is, there are a lot of courses. Like in semester, we have 9 or 12 courses at the same time. So at a times, it became hectic for the students. So that's what I mean, basically.
So you want to have the less burden so that you can devote more time for these practicals, right?
Yes, sir. Right. Right. I'm saying I'm fourth semester student. I'm doing BSc Horticulture, and right now I'm sorry, sir, but
So she wants
right
to
now
spend more time in the
9
field
subjects at a time. So yeah, there is practical like 2+1, like you mentioned. So 3+1. There are courses like that in which we have practical knowledge as well. But so it becomes hectic that we are you're doing 9 to 12 courses in a single semester. That's what I mean. So
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, this thing is
thank you
noted,
so much.
Ms. Ba. Yeah. Thank you so much. Vishal, go ahead. Vishal, else Dr. Connor Reddy, please, sir. Okay. So meanwhile, Dr. Connor Reddy, can you hear us? So, okay. Take your time. So meanwhile, we can take some. Okay, Vishal, go ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir. Sir, actually, I am a student of Swami Keswan Rajasthan Agriculture University, Bikaner. I am currently suffer from BSc second year. Sir, my question that is related to previous question. Sir, how we can promote a practical knowledge in our semester exam because the least facility has provided from university, they cannot sufficient for provide appropriate practical knowledge. Sir, how we can get optimum practical knowledge?
So, Dr. Agrawal, before you answer this question, I have a counter question for Vishal. Vishal, I just want to know, like, what are your expectations when you say you are expecting some facilities, some on-ground exposure? What are your expectations, Vishal?
Sir, my expectation is the university have provided the many more and more facilities to know
Like?
about where. Yes, sir.
Like?
No, what is
Like,
your
sir,
suggestion, Vishal? What is your suggestion?
So, yeah, that's what I was.
What do you want?
sir, I want the university provide many more and many more facilities to gain practical knowledge. That is not provided more practical knowledge, sir.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think your university has got very good facilities, and they are providing a lot of good support. But
No,
yes,
sir. The appropriate and the sufficient facility is not provided to the students.
you are from Jobner.
No, sir. Bikaner, SKR Bikaner, sir.
Bikaner, okay.
It's going to be a
Sir,
tough day for
please
a lot
solve
of
this.
people at Bikaner and SQST. What are you guys doing? Come on. Sir, there
university
is an
completely.
interesting observation by Dr. H.S. Gaur.
Can you
saying,
elaborate? Yes, Dr. Gaur.
So Dr. Gaur is saying that most courses have practical classes. To the contrary, we find many students avoiding going to those fields. They are more interested in AC classrooms than tours. And Vishal is saying he wants to spend more time in the heat.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, I agree with Dr. Gaur sometimes.
Sir, my other question, please, sir.
Yes, Vishal.
Sir, we got many knowledge in our university, and we want to spread our this knowledge to the farmers in front of farmers. Sir, this is not a proper infrastructure to provide the knowledge in front of farmers. They should have proper knowledge in the rural background to provide the farmers to get
Vishalji,
optimum
I
and the
understand
hiring
your
from
question. I understand your question. And nobody is stopping any student not to connect with the farmers. Rather, we are promoting that after doing your graduation program, if you have the land, even I know many students, I can cite examples, that even they didn't have the land, but because of just their innovative ideas, they could have the land on the lease, they adopted some new technologies, and they earn very handsome money, and they help the farmers also by providing a lot of good money for their lease amount. So it is all depends upon your interest, initiatives, and your innovative ideas, how you really want to implement. And a surprising fact, let me share with you.
Okay,
In
sir.
agriculture field,
Yes.
many persons are coming without agriculture background also. You will find many IITians, many IIM fellows who have no knowledge. They just learn by YouTube, they learn from the literature, and they adopt organic farming, they adopt some other kind of cultivation. And so it all depends upon your passion. So if you are passionate to help the farmers, I think you can connect to the farmers. I know many persons who left the IITs and they run the NGOs just to provide some inputs or some basic material to the farmers. They are in the blockchains, they are in the market intelligence. There are many such kind of things. Connect not directly benefiting farmers, but indirectly in the value chain, they are helping the farmers. So I just request that please try to get involved more and more with the farmers, and farmers will really love to have your support, will love to adopt your knowledge, will love to have all your suggestions in their field. Thank you very much, Prasad.
Okay.
Thanks, Dr. Kondareddy, so meanwhile, we can pick some questions from the Q&A. So we can read some questions in the Q&A. Let me see if there is something interesting we can pick. So you can pick anything that you feel like.
Natural farming is very interesting question. natural farming supports sustainable development, but can it fulfill the food demands? My dear friends, I can just share with you that this is a new technique, and for any technique to stabilize, to do more research, it takes time. So let us just see the important factor why the natural farming is being promoted is, you see, we provide a lot of subsidy to the for these fertilizers, and a lot of these chemicals, they leave the residue in the soil and other things. So it is an alternative being tried, and it is too early, or it is not a right stage to just comment on all those things. But let us just see that how this natural farming can be evolved. Our students can do more research in this, can collect more data in this. They can come out with some innovative ideas, maybe some alternative ideas for saving the soil, for improving the soil fertility, or for having this biocontrols and many things by being in this. Saurabh, any other question you want me to?
I'm thinking about it. So yeah, just picking something which is more relevant for the general audience.
Dr. Gaun has asked how many credits. So I think in the draft report, we are keeping some 20 credits, which can be taken by the students in other disciplines. Okay.
So Dr. Rajesh Kumar Satpathy has a question. Can you please elaborate for a career in seed technology? I have something to add on this, so I just picked this question as well. If you want, like, to answer this question.
Which question?
Dr. Rajesh Kumar Satpathy, the question is, can you please elaborate on career in seed technology?
Seed technology has a very good, because seed technology is a basic discipline, and they can go for the genetics plant breeding, they can go for the seed marketing, they can go for the seed company, they can go for this breeder seed production, foundation seed production, for this insecticide technology also they can go for this. This seed technologies can go to number of disciplines. They by acquiring additional knowledge, they can also go to the biotechnology. They can really have a lot of opportunities, and they can go to any such kind of field which they want.
Why I picked this up? Because there's a boot camp that we're organizing for students and also for faculty members, and there is an international conference which is going to happen in Singapore and Malaysia in partnership with UPM Malaysia. And the president of the Malaysian Seed Association, they are also involved. So all the students are actually going, they will be participating with that particular association and learning a lot about a lot of seed technology. In fact, there are also going to be a lot of sessions on agripreneurship. Like I see that you have a lot of focus on agricultural entrepreneurship, and students see that there's a big divide, which is why they should meet a lot of agripreneurs, a lot of agri investors, because when agri investors talk to them, they will tell like what are the opportunities that actually exist. And like you clearly said, sir, a lot of opportunities in agriculture and food tech have been taken by non-agriculture students. So why is that happening? In fact, some of my friends from IIT, they have also started like startups in food tech and agri tech. So what is actually lacking for agriculture students, and why are they not able to do that? This is a big question. And why is that divide actually happening? Why is that lack of entrepreneurship typically in agriculture? Why is that not happening? I think it has got a lot to do with the right mindset. I think if we have the right technical know-how, if you understand about entrepreneurship, and if you have the ecosystem, which ICAR and so many other bodies are actually supporting, and if you are really in the mix, or really know the right people and you network with the right people, you actually get the right amount of insight. And that is where I think the ICAR also doing it. If we can have a lot of agripreneur heroes, And those agripreneur heroes could be from India or anywhere in the world, and students start interacting with them. Maybe just an agripreneur series of interaction. I think that could be a good boost for agripreneurship.
I want to further add, Mr. Saurav, that ultimately, I again repeat, it is your passion which really makes a difference, not the knowledge. The best example I always quote is Mr. Haldar Nag. You know Haldar Nag? He got the Padma Shri in 2019, and his qualification is third pass, or maybe the third fail. But he was so passionate. He was working on a dhaba, cleaning the utensils, and he was having the literacy only to read and write, not beyond that. So he could write in Odia language and he can read the Odia language. Now you see, he got the Padma Shri award for his poems, which he was not aware that he's writing such a beautiful treasure. And when he got a letter from the President House that please come, you have been selected, come to Delhi. He just told, I don't know what is this award. So I cannot come to Delhi because I don't have money to travel to Delhi. So please send by post whatever has been given to me. Now 6 students are doing PhD on his poems.
Wonderful.
So that is passion. His passion was that I have to write. So if your passion is there, whether you have agriculture knowledge or not, you can acquire any knowledge. You can do whatever you want to do. You see the passion of these Archimedes. You can see the passion of our Newton. They didn't have any PhD degree or they didn't have any formal education. You can see the James Watt. And they were all passionate that, no, we have to find out. We have to do this thing. So if you become really passionate in your life, many IITians I have just found, they are topper of IIT, but when they quit their studies, they are excelling in the music. They are doing very good work in the mimicry. They are doing some tea business. They are doing, which had nothing to do with their education. They have not been trained for that, but their passion, their traits are such that they want to do something which is very close to their heart and they want to really excel in that. So develop your passion. And I think if you just have the passion, you can find all the ways for doing more practical, for devoting more time with the farmers, for doing the cultivation, for working for the cause of the farmers, any kind of thing you can just do. And we should always not expect everything to come from the system, that the university only has to provide me, then only I can learn. No, if you have the interest, if you have the passion, I think you can learn a lot of things. You can have a lot of interactions with your colleagues, with your teachers, with your fellow farmers, and many, many more things. So my message to the students is, please try to have that instinct that, yes, this is my goal. I want to do this thing in my life. And I want to have a big dream in my life. And when I say big dream, that means really a big dream. Big dream means like if you want to have a adjunct faculty in your university, why you just think that, okay, I want to have from X university, why can you just think that I want to have somebody, the Nobel laureate to my university as an adjunct faculty? I want to do research. Let me just say that, okay, I want to do research in some world top researcher. Let us write letters to them. Why you cannot do the research in the best scientists in the world? So think big always. If you want to become the entrepreneur, just think like, I want to be the next Amani. I want to be the next Bill Gates. Why I cannot become? Don't think that I don't have money. I'm from a very poor background, or I don't have sufficient means. No, that will never help you. So always have big dreams and have passion and have the big plans. And if you have big plans with the good ideas, innovative ideas, I think money is not at all a problem. People will be just after you to invest in your company, and they will really support you for all those points.
True. Thank you so much. Really motivating. So I think, the biggest thing is, of course, be more passionate and also try to solve a problem. Every entrepreneurship, it actually begins by solving some real problem. So if you can really find some real problem, whether you're solving it for the end consumer or you're solving it for the farmer or anybody in that entire chain, you're actually an entrepreneur and you can actually hop upon that idea. Dr. Aman Kumar, please go ahead, sir. So we'll take for 5 more minutes. Say if you have time, like, can we extend this by 5 more minutes? Okay, great, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Pramod, go ahead. Yeah. Dr. Aman, please go ahead. Dr. Aman, please go ahead.
Yes, yes. Very good afternoon, sir, for your very informative lecture, sir. Thank you very much, sir. My question is, sir, you already told that every resource is squeezing day by day as far as agriculture and veterinary science is concerned, except the population of the country.
Yes.
Am I right, sir?
Yes, yes.
Under this condition, I think biotechnological approach is one of the you can say that biotechnological tool, using that tool, you can fulfill the dreams of the farmers, dreams of the country, as far as good condition of farmer is concerned. Okay. Sure. So you also elaborate that biotechnology tools are very important. But yes, at the same time in agriculture college, what I observed in last 10-15 years, okay, that Department of Animal Biotechnology or Department of Plant Biotechnology in agriculture as well as veterinary university, the students' interest of a student is deteriorating or decreasing day by day, and not a good students coming in the College of Agriculture or in the College of Veterinary Science. So have you understand what I'm saying, sir?
Yes, yes, I have understood.
How can you promote the this biotechnological approach in agriculture college and veterinary science university without promoting the department of agriculture, plant biotechnology in agriculture university, particularly as a core department in agriculture college and core department in veterinary science? So whether ICAR is taking an initiative to increase the interest of the students in the area of these biotechnological tools?
We actually don't deal at the discipline level, that which discipline has to be promoted. We just provide the facilities for this, and we are providing sufficient means to train our teachers. Like if you see, when we sent under this NAHIP program our teachers abroad, and a good number was just going for these biotechnological tools abroad. And when we are promoting these summer institute programs, winter school programs, we also provide a lot of support to the universities so that more and more teachers get trained for this and they attract more students. So indirectly we help the students, but directly
So
we do not have
sorry
any.
to, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry to interrupt, sir. What do you think, sir, by providing this kind of training is enough to train the people or scientists in the area of biotechnology or molecular biology?
Yes, yes. If you provide more training, so you have the better faculty, and maybe at their university level, they will come out with some solutions. They will come out with some strategies to attract more students for attracting these students for these courses which you have just mentioned, biotechnology courses.
Okay, sir. See, some of the means what I observe in Pantnagar or other means good agriculture university, students are not opting the plant biotechnology as a core master subject. Okay, sir. Have you observed this kind of feelings in the universities that students are not opting the biotechnology because of the lack of opportunity? And how can we think that that these tools and techniques will be utilized more in the area of agriculture without the interest of the students?
Let me just tell you, we have to always change ourselves with the evolving time. Like if you just go back 20 years.
Yes, 20 years back, it was very important.
Just listen to me. About 20 years back, or 25 years back, if you further go back. So there was there was no course like biotechnology. They were all persons who were converted into biotechnology.
Yes, okay? I agree, sir.
So
I agree, sir.
They were having seed technology, they were having genetics plant breeding, and they just learned some technology and then they converted themselves into biotechnology. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So biotechnology was not a course at all. Okay, then slowly the MSc, PhD, they started in the biotechnology, other things. So because biotechnology was a evolving course. Right?
Yes, sir.
So now you have to really come out with the new tools and technologies, with the updated laboratories where you have all these latest technologies, CRISPR technology, where you have the genome editing tools. You have all those So sometimes maybe because you do not have the proper facilities in the universities, proper faculty is not there, so students are not opting that they will not have the proper knowledge in that particular field. Like I can tell you, after 10 years, the evolving field is say this artificial intelligence in all the disciplines. And
Yes, sir.
today we are not visualizing this, but maybe after 2-3 years, you will have a lot of job openings for this AI. So we have to always just see that what are those new areas, not that a particular field was very popular 20 years back. Now again, we have to popularize the same thing. Let us see what are the demands of the industry, what is the demand of this science, in which direction we are really moving ahead. So, your question is pertinent, and we will just see and analyze that what are those regions and find out some ways. Thank you, Aman.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So there is an
Sir,
interesting question.
sir.
Yeah, Pramod, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am from Ludhiana, Guru Angad Dev Veterinary Sciences University.
Okay.
Sir, my question is related to biannual admissions.
Okay, which recently the UGC has announced.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, sir, due to COVID, after COVID, everything has get disturbed. Na? Means if I'm 2022 student, I'm getting a degree late. And one more thing is there, sir.
We are
Actually,
looking into that aspect.
please, sir.
We are looking into that aspect. We know that process because your BBSc degree is 5.5 years.
No, sir. I am BFSC, Bachelor in Fishery Science.
Okay, so not BBSc.
Actually, I'm pursuing Masters, sir. Masters in Aquatic Environment Management. I'm from College of Fisheries.
So what is your question then?
My question is related to the, sir. Actually, I had an accident. Unfortunately, I had an accident before the deadline of submitting the application. I forgotten to submit the application by the time.
Then nothing can be done if you have forgotten.
Yes, sir. But if I think I should raise this question because everything has get.
Okay, I understand your question. That 2-time admission in the universities, that is a new concept has been given by UGC. We are analyzing that, and we will just see whether we can adopt from this year or from next year. Okay, that we are looking, right?
Okay,
Thanks,
sir.
Pramod.
Sir, one more.
So there is an interesting question, 2 questions actually. One by Professor Sudipta Das Bhomik. She's saying that I'm teaching in Queensland University of Technology. Please advise what are the means to become an adjunct faculty in ICAR educational institutions.
Oh, very, very good. And we are looking for the adjunct faculty. You please send your biodata to us and the university in which we are interested so that we can really connect you to that particular university. We are looking for more and more adjunct faculty. If anybody is interested, please let us know.
Yeah.
And I have already shared my email ID in my PowerPoint slide. So on the ddg.edu@icar.gov.in. Right?
Which means that it's a great opportunity. Professor Bhomik, please ask your colleagues also to apply. Then another question by Aradhana Dhoru. She's saying that there is general trend to have, it's a good question. I mean, like in terms of in general pedagogy that we have for student and faculty evaluation, there is a general trend to have feedback from students regarding teaching given. However, it may have drawbacks. We must look for other methods of evaluating teaching of a teacher rather than getting it from students. It may sometimes be partial. What is your opinion, sir? Like feedback, collecting feedback about the faculty member, about the teacher from the students. She's saying sometimes student could be partial. Is there some other way from your experience?
I don't find there's a other way. The best is the getting feedback from the students only and getting it analyzed. But in that feedback, we should not ask the students to write the roll number or to write the name. So it should be just a blank and blind kind of thing, so that you are not biased or you don't penalize any student for writing adverse comments or something. And that kind of feedback system, I think, is
So you're saying that actually it has, because at the end of the day, they are receiving the education. So they have all the right to give feedback. So you're saying that the teacher should be able to build a right rapport with the student so that there is no bias against him or her.
Yes, yes, yes.
Wonderful. I think, sir, I am leaving it up to you. I am another 2-3 minutes, whatever question you want to pick, maybe one last question from the chat or from the Q&A.
Sir, how can apply organic farming in a large scale of land, and also how can this is not agriculture class that
so you can leave this question. Yeah, maybe pick something.
And then there is a field of exposure in each semester. If the university not interested in this, means why should be it in syllabus? There is a field exposure in each semester. If the university not interested in this, means why should it be in syllabus? No, I don't think that university is not interested. All the universities are interested for such kind of thing. Foodpreneurship versus agripreneurship, which one is the need of the hour? Very interesting question. So I think the emerging field is for the food preneurship, because you see a lot of startups, they are coming for this foodpreneurship. A lot of new value added and a lot of new things are really coming out.
So because this is now, that's, well, in fact, we also had a discussion in one of the startup incubators.
Okay.
And entrepreneurs, I mean, like investors are always excited about food tech. They say food is never going to go anyway. It is, yes, you always will be required to eat food. So if your startup revolves around food, trust me, it's always going to be in demand. Okay. So I think so we're done with,
thank you.
A lot of questions. So yeah, absolutely, sir. So thank you, everyone. So before that, so since Edorer is into a lot of international education, internationalization of institutions, and we do a lot of international trips. So we just want to hear from you, how important you think is international education for a student, even if it is a short-term trip?
We are promoting a lot of this international education. And as I just told in the slides, also 2,700 students we sent abroad. And I think Edorer also supported us for this and finding those universities and other things. So it's a very good for the students' overall learning, for the overall personality development of these students, because you learn more when you really discuss with these students of other universities, other culture. You learn the foreign language, you learn their discipline, the way of working, cleanliness, many things. It's not only the education, but it is the overall, so that you can inculcate some of those practices, because everybody has plus and minuses. Everybody has some good things and bad things, right? So whenever you go there, you learn the good things and try to adopt in your culture. So this international exposure, short duration, long duration, or the studying abroad, I feel it's always should be encouraged. And similarly, the students from other countries, if you get admission in our own campuses like Gadwas, who has a lot of foreign students, I think that again provides our students a good exposure for networking after your studies, because then you have your friends across many countries, and you have a lot of new ideas and a lot of connections, many things. Like even if you do the cultural program, there if you have multiple students from multiple states, multiple countries, I think you can perform better. You will learn a lot of things, dance steps from them. You will teach them something. So it's always better to have such kind of exposures. So I'm thankful to the Edorer for this initiative, and I really encourage such kind of things.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your time, and it was really an amazing session. I can tell you, never we have touched, like the house was full today. We are so sorry to a lot of people who are willing to participate but couldn't because of the technical restriction on the number of people that we can have. But we were really running on full throttle today. So thank you so much, sir, for this amazing session. Everybody learned a lot. And everybody who has participated in this session, you will receive a certificate of participation for this masterclass. Plus, you will also get a link of this video because a lot of you are asking how to get access to Professor Agrawal's slides. So you will be able to access all his slides on our YouTube channel. It will be available as a video by tomorrow. So thank you so much, everyone, for participating, and thank you again. Thank you once again, Dr. Agrawal, for being a part of this. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you all my audience. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.